outside of the Alpine Tavern today. But in starting today, sort of by coincidence, today happens to be 61 years from the date that photograph was taken. And we tried to get Ralph Melching, which was on the trip in '37, to come up here today, but he was busy.
With his wife's opera guild.
Yeah, anyway, but Ralph, as far as we know, is the only survivor of that trip. We'd asked him if he knew of anyone else, and he didn't know. So. But anyway, it's been 61 years today, and they made us stop here on the last official run of the Lowe Railway for that day. You want to go into some of the history of what we did with it?
What we did with it, about a year ago, somebody came up with the idea of why don't we, now that we've done Inspiration Point, why don't we do this? They gave me a group of photographs from, like that one, some from the 50s, and Brian and I and others had discussions about how big is a post, looking at some other documentation we had on how PE built some buildings, what they did. We kind of said, okay, this is about how the size of it, this is about the height of it, this is what the roof should look like. They did have a pretty flimsy roof on it, so I designed something with a little better structure underneath of it. Used some of the lumber we had left over from Dawn State, or from Inspiration Point, and the picnic shelter, and got donations for a good portion of the rest of the funds. So we started construction when? In the spring, and we were up here on the rain, and we were up here. They were telling me I was too dedicated because I was still working when it was drizzling. But then when we started seeing this white stuff flutter down, decided that's it. When you got to peel the hammer, or your fingers off of the hammer, you said, it's a little cold, I'm wet, it's snowing, let's get out of here because I don't want to stay here in the snow. So we left at that point in time. But I'm not sure we're exactly in the same place as in the photo there. We're close. Forest Service didn't want us mounting this thing out in the middle of the road, so we kind of picked a spot out here, and that's where we located it. It's not the official Forest Service green or the ugly Forest Service brown, but I think it looks good. Anyway, it's a standard off-the-shelf color, so I can get it anytime I need to. So, anywho, there it is.
Say just a couple words. A lot of people were involved with this many. Some people came up and worked, some people donated money, and I put together a little certificate for those that participated in it. Skip Kane, I don't think he's here today. Kent Hamill. Hey, Kent. Hey, Kent. Thank you. Bruce Jevick. Lee Barnum. Oh, you see Lee today. Bill Crouch.
He's here. We go.
Scott Nielsen. Lee Zebold. Brian Marcroft.
Who?
John Harrigan. Me. Jim Beckham.
Where's his?
Where's Hondo's?
Fred and Edna Smith.
You didn't hear. I'll give you another cookie.
Jim Spencer.
Who?
Jim Palmer. Alpine Division modelers.
I keep digging.
These were monetary contributions. Tim Friend from up north. Laura Sandiford.
I may have some of my mom and dad's stuff.
Vic McVeigh.
Here.
David and Lisa Lewis. Joseph and Wanda Drown. Geraldine Davis. And that was it. Thanks, everybody.
You guys gonna do the tavern next?
Yeah, tavern, of course. Big donation. Big donation.
Brian, what is next for you guys?
Whatever
you got money for.
Estridge. We've talked about rebuilding a trestle. The Forest Service isn't too hot on the idea.
Which one? The curve?
Well, we'd pick an easy one to start with.
Yeah. I'd like to introduce to you Mac Clement. He rode up here on the incline back in 1932 when he was about 8 years old.
Right.